Hello there. Vera Volta here again. You can't get rid of me. I'm here with another Caleb Hammer reaction. This time it looks like it's gonna be another Caleb Springer. The title sounds incredibly juicy. Talentless hack refuses to grow the F up. Um, I wonder if this is gonna be like that. There was one with like a comedian or something who was very not funny, who says like some of the craziest stuff. I think he believed in like The Secret or something, where it's like if you just believe it hard enough, then you'll succeed. Well, we'll see how this guy goes. Looks like he inherited money. Let's just begin.
I inherited $60,000
What?
and blew in 3 months.
What
How?
How did we spend that?
You gotta be careful what women you surround yourself with.
Are we blaming
Bro.
the world? What?
All things considered, I'm
What?
so lucky that I didn't have a kid with some psycho.
You would be the psycho to have a kid with.
Yeah, no,
Are we-
definitely.
Let's at least test your talents. Can you
Okay.
This is where I push the red button going,
Hello,
Oh,
my
boy.
name is Beamy. I am 29 from Austin,
That's an interesting
Texas. And this is Financial Audit.
He looks like he's from Austin. Well,
same age here in Austin. That's kind of fun.
Okay,
I haven't.
not from Austin, because Austin's like the infamous. You're generally not like born in Austin. There's very few like born and bred Austinites. It's generally like that. There's generally a bunch of like imported Californians and stuff, and there's a general associated look with Austin, and it's generally kind of California light.
Done someone my same age in a while. We can
Yeah.
compare
Oh.
and contrast, see where we're at.
Yes.
What do you do for a living here in Austin, Texas?
Yeah, so I'm a musician and a writer.
Okay.
Musician and a writer.
I
Okay.
work
At least
in
musician
education
makes
for over
sense for
5 years
Texas,
with
or
the
not
school
for Texas,
district.
for Austin. It's music
Here?
capital of
Yeah, in Austin.
like
yeah.
music capital.
Musician, some people make a living in Austin. So how are you doing?
Not well.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah. Yeah, it's a thing, and it's not
it's a thing.
very fun.
It's not very fun. Then why are you doing
I mean,
it? What
I'm transitioning. I'm kind of like,
when are you getting your tits?
I would like to. I think that
No one liked that joke. I thought it was funny. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
I thought it was
Joking, but,
funny.
like, humor is not.
That's fine. It's
I'm
a little
dabbling in
uncouth,
acting,
but it's
so
fine.
I'd like to be an actor to be
Oh, okay.
being.
Well, you seem to be doing all like the
Oh, he's
fun,
also gonna
like,
be
I
an
hope
actor.
I'm good at this.
Okay.
careers.
right. So
Well, how
music.
are you,
course.
what are you making right now?
Nothing. I mean,
Well, how are you living right now?
I'm barely. I mean,
people
so
love it when no one makes money on this show.
So like I don't spend that much money, but I haven't made that much money in a long time. So it's been really difficult to
Okay, how do we get?
you know,
It supposedly doesn't spend that much money, but based on like the intro, he's gonna somehow spend 60,000 in 3 months, but he just blames that on women, on women. So I have no idea. This should be interesting.
like save money up, but I
Wait, so how do you get? You say you don't spend much money. How much did you spend last month?
don't know enough.
Give me a number. What do you think?
Oh, what do I think?
Oh, did he overspend?
You don't
Because
spend
that's
much
generally when he asks.
1,500, 2,000. I don't know. Less.
Well, kind of in the middle. So
Okay.
1,839.
Yeah, cool.
How much did he
How
bring
did
in?
we spend that without making any money?
Oh, we made
I
no
saw
money?
money come in. What's shipped for 1,400?
So yeah, I've been doing grocery delivery on the side. In
Okay, so
between
that's money. What are you talking
So
about?
he's overspending.
It's just
What are you
like it all
talking
goes
about?
back to gas.
You did
Yeah,
not
that's the
spend
problem with like
1,400
delivery
on gas.
services.
No, but like, car
Or
insurance is
for working for them.
300.
Spent 547 on gas.
Yeah.
So a third.
Yeah.
It's not insignificant.
Yeah. So then
Okay. So we're
300
bullshitting.
on car insurance, 81 on phone bill, and the rest. I have 2
Okay.
dogs. So most of the
One of the things
I
that we
kinda-
always say here is if you miss a
Again,
week, it's like you
I
missed a
kind
month
of
because that's how quickly
Go
we're
wait. I want to complete my thought.
things
Why
that
do you have 2 dogs?
I
No
kind
offense.
of don't like whenever people who can't take care of themselves decide to take on the huge responsibility of being in charge, or not in charge, a guardian of another creature's life. Like if you have kids when you really shouldn't be having kids, I guess. Mixed with though that's not as controllable with dogs though. You can definitely choose whether or not to adopt based on your financial situation. I don't know. Sorry.
I want everyone
Yeah,
to get
yeah,
dogs. I love
yeah.
dogs. That is not fair to the dogs that
Exactly,
you have them, but
exactly,
you can't
exactly.
even pay bills. It's not their fault.
Correct.
Yeah, they have.
Well,
They can't do anything.
they are who have gotten me through all the things that I've been working through, and so
Yeah,
like
that's what dogs do.
I don't
They're
know.
the best,
It
and we
was a
don't deserve them.
couple years ago that I inherited $60,000 and blew
Okay,
in 3 months.
we're jumping
What
right into
the
it.
And,
Okay. Well, I got excited for a second. I was gonna say let's pay off that.
hey, appreciate
Oh,
it. Thank you.
and you have some matcha. Matches your personality. Let me smell that.
What?
I want to smell that.
Go for it.
Oh. Let me make sure they drugged you with something.
Hopefully, could
Okay,
probably
it
use
smells
it.
like water.
What? Hopefully.
They told me I was gonna get to meet MC Hammer. I thought they
One more.
meant MC Hammer.
Yeah, that's
but
funny. That's a good one.
That's
Okay,
not,
so-
oh wait.
What do you? So you blew $30,000 in a few months. When was this? Is that how
this was
where
in
we
June.
are?
This was in June of 2022. I found
Okay.
out that
Well,
I
it was a
had
couple years ago now.
inheritance from 7 years prior. So they basically I went homeless and
Huh.
like, was sleeping on the street and stuff.
Wait, what?
And like
We have
playing-
gotten to 29 in very different paths.
for sure, yeah.
Uh-huh.
I
I
imagine.
never got inheritance. That would have been nice, but
Right? I didn't know I had it for 7 years. I didn't know it was my money, but it turns out it was in my account the whole time. And
okay.
so while I'm like busking on the street, you know, for
Oh,
$1
okay,
a
sorry.
day, to
I
get, like,
totally misread that conversation. Sorry. Okay, so it's not the person who he inherited money from that was on the streets, which didn't make sense, which is why I was so confused. But no, he was on the street, and okay, that's unfortunate.
like a French loaf from the grocery store to survive.
Why have you never like worked like an adult then?
Well, I have. I mean, I
Yeah.
worked in education for 5 years, and I
What?
I did
What did you
sports
teach?
broadcasting.
It's not like a few years ago. You could anyone could get almost any job they wanted with that job market. So it's just like
Right.
as long as you had any kind of qualifications.
Right.
I'm oversimplifying
I
that, but
think-
it wasn't like
Yeah.
like there was a lot of choices going into this. Obviously,
Yeah, a lot of not great ones. I mean,
No, yeah, definitely.
I think that you got to be careful what women you surround yourself with too. I think that I was in.
are we blaming the
What?
world?
I'm not blaming. I'm acknowledging that I gave too much of myself to unhealthy people. That
Okay.
I didn't put myself or my well-being first, and through
So,
it,
so it's more like a general be careful who you surround yourself with, because now like the comments are gonna crucify you and call you like a misogynist or something.
just gave up
what?
everything.
What? Yeah, fine. Yeah, give us some context of the situation. Sure. So go ahead.
I mean, like,
What are you trying to say?
well, like when I inherited that $60,000.
No, the people you surround yourself with.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I was just didn't have a great family growing up, and my dad died when I was in high school,
I'm sorry.
and
Okay,
it's
that
alright.
sucks.
And he was like the one person that kind of gave me real life stuff, and so then
that's
from then
sad.
on, I was just kind of winging it myself. And then my best
Was the
friend,
inheritance through him?
it was through his mom, but yeah,
Interesting.
basically from him. Yeah,
Okay.
went to him, but then instead of going to him, it went to me because she
Yeah.
died after he did. And
that must suck.
yeah, so
Outliving
like
your kid.
then you know the rest of the family that was left after him was just kind of manipulative, like greedy people who just wanted to everything for themselves, and kind of kept me in the dark on a lot of things as I was becoming a man. And then
Huh.
by the time I was a man in the real world,
Are you
like
sure?
I didn't have any clue what was going on or what I was doing. And then
Interesting.
yeah, so like in December of 2019 was the first time I had a good job. I was getting paid good. I had my own
Okay.
apartment.
What are
for
we
the-
making?
more than 20 an hour. I know at the time, and I had like a 1-bedroom.
By the way, before we allow these
Decent.
stories to go too long,
Pretty
context
good.
of the situation, they're probably like, okay, yeah, but what are his finances? And that's fair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You almost have no debt. You have a
Oh.
little bit of debt.
I'm very
You have
close.
Really?
debt that the rest of us in the world, if we were responsible, could knock out in a single second. You,
Oh, nice.
for some
Right.
reason, are holding on to it like a child because you
Right.
refuse to make any money, even the money you have you
Interesting.
just spend. So you have a little bit of collections and a small little credit card. That's okay. All right. So go
Wait,
ahead
he
with your
has
story now that they know.
small little credit card and he still has collections. Okay.
So
Because
I
this
mean,
makes sense. Oh, and you're also like taking micro payday loans. Go ahead.
so I believe
Oh,
in like
come
living without
on. Not another
ceilings.
payday
Like
loan.
I've in the past couple of years I've had multiple
That's a
jobs.
belief. Okay.
Yeah, I have had a couple of jobs where it's like, cool, I can like stay here for 6 months, and in 6 months I'll have everything paid off, and I'll be in a good spot financially. But
What does
Okay.
that have to do with ceilings?
in that is the ceiling of the 6 months. I'm like, all right, I'm
Okay,
doing
so
all right,
Huh?
I'm doing decent. But I believe that it's in that time frame I could like basically struggle a little bit longer to then have a much higher payoff where the
This is
Probably.
also
skies
known
are
as
open.
Yeah, I don't know
up.
what you're
sacrifice.
saying,
Right.
though.
You don't have to look at it.
I
like
believe in
ceilings and
sacrifice.
stuff.
Yeah.
This
I guess that's what I'm saying.
That's what they call it.
Yeah.
They call it sacrifice.
The
I
story's
think that
not very
sacrifice
clear,
is,
to be
if
honest.
played right and with the right intent or like navigation.
Okay, then why are we intense? Like, what are you talking about? That sounds great. I
Yeah.
agree with that.
Cool.
You didn't do it. So what the f are we talking about?
I'm doing it. It's happening.
Ah,
Like I'm moving to Philadelphia next month, and I gotta like
Is-
That's
figure
a
out.
sacrifice?
is that a good idea?
Well, I mean, I don't have anything set up, so it's like
What?
I
That
quit.
doesn't
I
sound
had
like a
a.
sacrifice.
How does it sound like, oh, yeah, no, don't worry. I'm making sacrifices. I got this great plan. And my plan is to probably get myself into way more trouble because I don't really have a plan. And I'm going to go to a different area, which I don't know if he has a support system there. And I don't think Philadelphia is like super cheap because it's a large metro area. So I don't understand how this plan is going to help you at all. And if
That
he still
sounds
wants
like
to be a
a-
musician, I don't know
a
if
poor
that's
decision if you don't
as
have
much of
anything
a
set
thing
up.
It's
in
a
Philadelphia.
risk maybe, but
Oh,
what I believe is
but-
a high risk, high reward.
How's
yeah,
that?
you sound like you've done high risk, high reward your entire life, and so
Yeah.
far
Basically,
the reward
yeah,
has been collections and taking out micro payday loans.
Want to
Yeah,
register for an
freaking payday
LLC in
loans.
4 easy steps? I got you. Go to Healer Brands and let's officially form
Wait.
your business.
Wait a
Right.
minute.
How the
So
f-
He,
are you
he's,
moving?
so is he just using like micro as a descriptor with the micro payday loans? Because generally payday loans aren't like crazy high amounts. Because I'll just explain payday loans again. Because I generally just do this every time that it comes up, just in case if there's new people. But okay, if you don't know what a payday loan is, it's generally a loan for a relatively medium small amount because it's supposed to just cover you until next payday, what you need to survive until the next payday. Now, why payday loans are so bad is one, it's not great living paycheck to paycheck because that's a very stressful situation. But the reason why they're so predatory and bad for anyone who takes them out is because they have insane interest rates. There was one person on this show recently who had I actually covered him on my first Caleb Hammer reaction, where the interest on the payday loan was almost like 700%, which means that he'd owe basically 7 times what he originally borrowed. So you're just gonna end up in way worse shit, especially if you're in the situation where you need to borrow a bit just to survive. You're not going to be able to pay off this payday loan without significant issues. So yeah, no, payday loans are awful. So, but if he's saying micro payday loans, are they like even smaller? If they're even smaller, do they have even higher interest rates to make it worth it for the company? What the hell?
Philadelphia, not a cheap city.
well, initially I was thinking Pittsburgh, but then I
Cheaper?
started.
How
Yeah,
does
it's cheaper,
this
and then I
help?
was like, you know what? I can do whatever I want, and I can figure out whatever I want, and I'm afraid of nothing. So
What-
I'll just.
I
Yeah,
thought
but
you were
this
talking
goes
about
against what you were
sacrifices.
just talking about. You had
Yeah,
almost a responsible mindset for a second,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
and now
They,
you're talking like a child.
I feel like he just like saw a few episodes of Financial Audit and was like, okay, I think this is what he wants to hear. So let me say something like that. I'm not doing any of that, but I don't want to get yelled at by Caleb Springer.
You go back and forth. I think that I think that my childlike, fantastical beliefs in the future
Oh no. Like the
compared
freaking
tied
secret?
with.
What the did I just walk into? What are you talking about?
He's
I
a
think
hippie.
that things can
think.
happen very quickly. Like whether we're talking 6 months, 3 months, 1 month, and as I've
Just
made
because things can happen very quickly doesn't mean that it will. Like, I have to keep on telling myself that, like, all the time, because I'm a numbers person. I get obsessed with my analytics. I'm staring at the screen. It's like, oh, someone's watching my video. And I just want it to go faster, but that's not how it works. It's a slow grind, and you just kind of hope that eventually you like hit the magic spot, and then you just try to make the best content that you can. It's going to be the same thing in any type of creative field. You just got to keep on grinding and hope that eventually you get lucky and actually like hit the right things at the right time. Just because that can happen doesn't mean it will. It's a very like unlikely that you're going to be like one of the lucky ones. I don't know.
made the wrong choice in a lot of the past like few years, it's taught me to move forward with better choices that
And moving without any plan and no money and taking out micro payday loans is a good choice.
well so
What are you
I've realized that
on?
I am not taking out micro payday loans anymore.
Okay, here's also, I'm sorry. I just need to get like this intrusive thought out of my head. Does he make you think does he make anyone else think of like the Geico ads with the cavemen? Just me? Okay.
I think that's a bad idea and it's not
I think
helping.
it's the hair.
No.
I've also realized like every bit of money
the
that
hair.
I make, most of it
I
should
mean, you're doing
be
that like literally right
untouched.
now, so I don't know what you're talking about. Not gonna do. You by not going to do anymore. You mean like starting now, which
Basically.
I have no hope in because you're doing it right now. So go ahead. Sorry. Continue.
And so well like there's a lot of things that I was doing 2 years ago that
What?
I mean buying stuff that I shouldn't really be buying. I guess I didn't have money to buy.
What?
Or like when I had
Well,
that
but-
$60,000.
Wait, you spent like 2,000 this month when you make no money. But how is this fixed, or was it just worse before?
I was just
Oh yeah. So how'd you go through that 60?
my partner at the time wanted to get an RV, and so she paid over $25,000 for an RV that was actually like she didn't know anything about like mechanics or cars or whatever, so it was like it
Okay.
wasn't running.
Did you consent to this purchase?
Basically,
Okay,
I
basically.
consented to
Did
everything
you do
that
research?
she wanted
Oh,
and
okay.
just did it.
Okay.
And then
So
she ordered
why are you
the
blaming
If you're
crap.
gonna contribute financially to it, or even just like sign for someone, know what you're getting into. Do the research. Otherwise, you could just get screwed so bad in the future.
Ton of takeout. I'm not blaming
But you
her.
just did again, and she ordered a crap ton
Yeah,
of
it does
takeout.
kinda
That's
sound
what-
like
That's
you're blaming
reality
her.
what happened.
Yeah, but
What
you just
what
said you
happened was-
were agreeing and consenting to this. You didn't.
Yeah,
stand
you
up
had
and
a
say, like,
responsibility
word.
to also do the research.
I mean, I was there. I didn't open the RV either.
Huh?
Like the hood.
You didn't like
We
check the
should've
engine or
checked
whatever,
under
I
the
guess.
hood.
Oh.
When we did, it was just
Oh.
covered in trash.
What, the RV?
Wait,
Yeah.
you didn't.
You still have the RV?
No, we
Where did
left
you
it in
get
some
this
random parking lot.
RV?
and Got out of there in like the
That was
desert
such a
of
weird life.
California. Yeah,
That sounds
it
like
was
something
a
you'd
weird
find in
time.
the
We were,
desert of
like, sweating
California.
in the
So
desert of
$25,000 left in the desert.
Yes, and then the rest was spent on like Airbnbs and takeout food, and then getting her.
She may have been an
legal
influence. Don't get me wrong.
issues.
I'm not saying like it wasn't. It was 100%.
And welcome back
I
to
don't
this
know.
U.S. Open office plan.
Miller just lobbed a message way over Jones'
There we go.
Your fault. I'm not saying that, but like you gotta have a little bit of a backbone. You're consenting to this whole thing.
Well, he also has a
Like,
responsibility
if you can't
to look
stand
into
up
it.
at all for
If
anything,
you're gonna contribute to it.
what
Yeah, I
is that?
mean,
Is
I
that
think
what you mentioned at the beginning? Surrounding yourself with bad people. Is that what you mean? Her?
Yeah, her and.
What do you- but you
she's
did it. You
exactly
did it.
like
But you
people-
didn't.
That
You didn't
didn't
do
sound
surrounded
anything.
that
myself with
irresponsible,
her.
to be honest.
Yeah, but you didn't say a word.
Right, which is what I had to learn from it. It's like now I'm surrounded by nobody, which is
$30,000 for
also
someone that
not
has
good.
negative dollars is a big learning lesson. Learning lessons.
Some
we
lessons
don't
Where
are
want
did
to
the
bigger
other
than others.
35 go?
Yeah, but also I don't think you learned because you're about to do the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Well, I moved to Puerto Rico from January to April of this year.
And that was
the
probably also the
hell?
dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life because you
With
have
nothing.
nothing to show for it.
Right.
the
I
Yeah, you
What the
moved
slept
there
hell
on
with
the
are you
nothing.
side-
doing,
How are we
dude?
right now?
with nothing. And I slept on the sidewalk, and
What am
but I just don't. I also
How'd you
like.
get to Puerto Rico?
I flew. I actually
How'd you pay
received
for
a little.
that?
I received a little bit of assistance,
Oh, okay.
Okay.
How?
like a program that like,
Oh.
offered to pay for my relocation.
What kind of program?
Wait,
What kind of
what?
program does that?
Programs that help like homeless people and stuff.
Okay, but why Puerto Rico?
Get
Why
a
did
go.
they send you to Puerto Rico?
Well, to go anywhere. It was like if you have a friend or loved one anywhere in the country in the United
Oh.
States, they'll pay.
What
for
loved
your-
one was in Puerto Rico?
Well, I had a friend that I used to work with that moved to San
Okay.
Juan like 6 months earlier.
Well, so this program, you could be like, I have a friend here,
Yeah,
and they will just fly you there.
yeah.
Well, obviously this didn't work because you're not there.
That's a
Well,
shame.
yeah. So
That's a real shame because the biggest cause of homelessness is a lack of community. Because generally you need someone to fall back on if something horrible is going on. So this program seems very well intentioned and sounds like it could work, but it seems like it could also be taken advantage of. Like, yeah, I kind of feel sorry, dude, but it kind of sounds like you took advantage of it here.
when I got there, like I had
Did they
to-
know where you were going?
They knew I was going to San Juan.
Okay.
They yeah, and they knew I had
Mm.
a friend there, but they didn't necessarily. I don't guess they didn't know that. Well, with my two dogs, like I wouldn't be able to. Well, I didn't know for sure
Oh,
either.
you
Like,
brought the dogs too?
she had roommates, and I couldn't stay with her, so I had to
Wait,
still figure it
what?
out on my own. So I was trying to.
Man,
What
listen
the
to the
hell?
person in
Why?
front of
Did you
me right
check
now.
with her before you did
I
this?
absolutely hate misinformation. I see it all the time in the finance
Okay,
world, even worse in the news. All the
Where
bias
is
and
this?
misinformation
But
in the bar on news and committed to bringing you the truth. Stay fully informed and download the Straight Arrow News app today. You don't. I don't think you've grown up.
Mm.
I don't think you're an adult. It's like you were raised in a jungle.
I certainly spent my
Right.
last 2 weeks in Puerto Rico. In
I'm
the
sorry.
jungle.
I want to make a joke. He looks like hippie Tarzan, okay? I'm just gonna say it. He looks like hippie Tarzan.
Eating coconuts and bananas and sleeping in a hammock under
No,
the
it
trees.
just reminds me of
Well, actually, no, more
I did
hipster.
connect to
a
Tarzan
skinny
a lot.
version of Tarzan.
Yeah.
Hipster,
Phil Collins
hipster,
soundtrack.
Okay.
It's incredible.
hipster
I watched it as
Tarzan.
a kid.
Okay,
I
calm
think
down.
maybe it infested in my psyche a little too much.
Look.
Mm.
Yeah, sure. Okay. What would you give yourself on a financial score? 0 being the absolute worst, 10 being the absolute best.
I think I'd like put it on two scales or two different.
I just asked a simple
Okay.
question.
I mean,
on
like,
a scale I give.
Probably
Like,
a
you
4.
can invent your own scale, but
Okay.
answer.
So, 1, 4 is ridiculous for his situation. 2, I honestly think that Caleb. I think I understand what he's trying to say, what the score is, but I feel like generally the people on the show don't know what he thinks the score is. Like, okay, 10's like Elon Musk, okay? 10 is the millionaires and billionaires. And 5 is middle class. I think you might even have a house by then. So, yeah. So, but I think generally whenever people on the show come on, I think they're like, oh, among the people on the show, I'm like average. So I'm gonna say a 5. So I think Caleb's needs to probably reword how he tells people this. So I think that's part of why we have like these hyper inflated scores. I think I don't think it's explained necessarily the best.
Question based on my scale.
Probably a 4.
Okay.
All things considered that I experienced,
Bro,
like
you make
a
no
9
money.
because
And you spend
I'm so lucky.
a decent bit.
I'm so lucky that I didn't have a kid with some psycho. I didn't like my debt is fairly small.
You would be the psycho to have a
Right.
kid with. Sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry, you're just
kind of.
interesting.
I'm not
You're so
ready to be a
special.
father. That is
Yeah, no.
sure.
Yeah, no,
But I wanna be,
You can
I
already
agree with
take care of
you.
2 dogs. You just left them for 3 months.
I didn't
I would've-
leave them. They
What?
were with me.
Oh, they
They
can.
Oh,
had the
yeah.
time of their lives. They're
Remember
living in the
this?
jungle.
Remember, he also said that they were hanging out with him. It's like,
You
Okay.
can
So-
hardly take care of 2 dogs. You just left them for 3 months.
I didn't
I wouldn't
leave them.
mind
They were
them.
with me.
Oh, they came
They
to Puerto
had the
Rico?
time of their lives.
So
They're living in the
this-
jungle on the beach.
So this program paid for
Well,
the dogs?
I guess it's nice at least.
I got assistance for that. I started to GoFundMe.
Assistance
and
how?
People,
I'm just trying to figure out how you paid for this.
I got a GoFundMe and people donated to help me
Oh
get my
no!
dogs across. And then on the way back,
Just
You have to do it again.
I'm not. I didn't know how long I'd be there. It
You
wasn't.
ever
it
worked
wasn't
for anything
fun.
in your life? I mean, the inheritances. I mean, it's fine. It's
I mean,
what's
every
left for
penny
you.
I have, which may not be many pennies, I've worked for
Do you
in my
have
life.
any
I
guess.
pennies? You're in debt.
Well, technically, you got
But
an
I worked for
inheritance,
that.
Net worth
but
is negative.
whatever.
You're borrowing from Dave.com.
I hate
that
Dave.
I don't think you're
So I
getting
met this
Dave
guy at
sucks.
the dog park, and he was like, "Oh, just get Dave."
Dave is the micro payday loans.
And I was like, "All
Yes,
right,
the guy at the dog park. That's who we listen to.
yeah." Well, that's who was there.
You know, listen to the dogs next. Like, well, I don't know. Is that where we
might
go?
have a
don't
better
know.
idea of what to do than I do.
I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest.
It's Capital One Quicksilver. It looks like you like almost paid it off, but you didn't because still like almost $5 of interest
Oh no,
is
he
accruing.
spent
Then
basically
you
what he
put
paid
on there
off.
$183. Now the credit limit is only $200. You started over the credit limit.
At Mint Mobile, we like to do the opposite
Only
of what Big
200.
Wireless does. They charge you a lot.
Goodbye, Deadpool.
Which is insane. So like what give us the
A
the
credit
story
limit
of
of
this
200.
card.
What is his credit score if he's only getting approved for this small amount of credit? Because yeah, no, that if the credit balance is like that low, that's very concerning.
What is this to you?
Well,
Because
so when I was in Puerto Rico, I was planning on paying off this thing, and then
this thing, are you talking about
What
this
thing?
card?
the credit card, yeah, the credit,
Okay.
and the job I had never processed my direct deposit paperwork, so they were giving me a cash check, and my bank
Oh.
didn't exist in Puerto Rico, and
Oh,
so
What?
all of my bank account that I pay this card from just ended up going to like negative $400, and I had like
Oh,
tons of cash in my
yikes.
pocket, so I was
What's
like
tons of cash.
like $400 in cash,
No, you can
like enough
retire.
to get my account back to zero, but I couldn't actually.
It's like part of this is like, oh, this very unfortunate situation, and I kind of feel bad for you. But at the same time, it's like, did you like research anything about Puerto Rico, like at all, before it's like, I'm gonna go to Puerto Rico? Like, it seems like you didn't even ask your friend if you could stay with her. This feels very self-inflicted.
Get it in my account because I didn't have a bank there, and my bank was only in Texas, and so that was, I learned something
boy.
from that. It's like if you travel, make sure you have access to your money in
Yeah,
banks
no,
that
definitely,
exist
definitely.
there. Who would have known that?
Why'd you come back?
Yeah,
Well,
I guess
am
it's
a
an easy
musician.
thing
I had
to
a show
not
in
think about, I
Austin,
guess.
and that
Oh.
ended up being. I was like, oh, cool.
much did
I'm
you
gonna.
make?
And I had to pay over $400 just to fulfill the contract because I didn't sell
Where's that
enough
come from?
tickets to
Where was it
play the
hosted?
show. It was at Vulcan Gas Company, and
Sure.
it was by an
Interesting.
organizer event.
Probably
that
like,
travels
what,
through the
300
whole
people
country.
in there if tightly packed.
There were
300,
none.
400?
They were like
no, but that's what you could fit.
Wait.
Like if
Yeah.
like butt to butt.
probably yeah.
Okay.
I've been there when it's full. Yeah, there was like
okay.
10 total
Okay, that's not
for
zero.
everybody. So like no one.
So you had to pay Vulcan.
No, I had to pay the organizer of the event. They do different pop-ups around the country.
How the f- did you
Interesting.
commit to this? How'd they get you? And then why'd you commit to something that, like, do people know you?
Huh.
Not.
Then how are you?
It was
How'd you
Yeah,
get
a
how are
bit
you
of a
gonna-
blind
how are you
judgment,
gonna make
I
this
think,
back?
where I was-
Explain.
I was
Oh,
like,
come
well,
on.
I'm from Austin, and this show's in Austin, and it'll be a nice little homecoming because people will show up because I don't live there anymore. And then I went, no
Who,
one.
who would show up?
I guess just friends and family.
I thought I had friends, but
Oh, okay. Well,
it didn't
I mean, that
pan
would
out.
require a lot of friends. I have
More
great
than I
friends, but I
thought,
have
yeah.
like 8.
Well, yeah, it was my
Yeah.
first
Yeah.
experience with like marketing my own show, and
Well,
I
are you
learned a
saying
lot
you have
from that, too.
300 close friends?
Well, no, I had to sell 35 tickets minimum, and I sold
Okay.
11, which isn't bad. But
mean, you're almost halfway.
whatever that is, 30, 20, whatever. Like I had to pay for those tickets myself. And
How'd
like
they find you? How did you get
it was a stupid
connected to
Facebook
this?
ad.
Why'd you sign? Oh,
Oh
I was like,
no!
I play music. I do that.
Oh
Why'd you
God.
sign this? Why did you sign this
was a
knowing
bad
the
idea.
Well, yes, I'm asking. You know that.
I wonder if this company is just like, because wait, so does that mean that they don't have to actually host the event? Because okay, so in theory, you're losing money because the event isn't making money. I mean, like the person who's wants to do their music is paying the minimum, I guess, to rent out the space. But then you don't have to like clean it or anything, really. I don't know. I wonder if I mean, it sounds like a shady Facebook ad, so I wouldn't be surprised if they kind of want you to fail. But I don't know.
No, I'm trying to figure out why you
Oh,
signed
in
it.
the moment?
Because with what
I
you're
was,
doing
like,
with this
sleeping on
Philadelphia
this
thing,
sidewalk and-
I know. One second. Normally, I wouldn't care as much about this because this already happened. But
Okay.
with this thing you're doing to Philadelphia, your life plan, it screams like you're just gonna do something like this over and over and over
Yeah,
and
no,
over
no,
again.
no.
So I need to know
It
hear
sounds
that.
like he
why.
didn't
Well,
learn.
so I can understand that, and I
I guess
think
he
that a
learned
lot
about
of
Puerto
people feel
Rico's
that I am
banks, but
doing the exact same
yeah.
thing I did when I left for Puerto Rico. But the difference is, when I left for Puerto Rico, I was just overwhelmed about being in Austin. So like I was desperate, and I was like, I just gotta
What?
get out of here.
Overwhelmed? Why?
I mean,
Tell me why you're over.
I was born and raised here.
Oh,
I've
really?
had nothing but traumatic and bad experiences my entire life around.
An actual
traumatic?
Austinite. Wow.
I mean, like, I didn't have a healthy mother growing up. I grew like
Okay, like mentally or
didn't
physically.
have healthy people.
I have
family.
to ask because I mean, so many people make excuses on the show. So what was
Right.
unhealthy?
Yeah.
I need to make sure we're not making excuses. If it's valid, it's valid. If it's not, it's not.
No, I mean I'm
Yeah,
talking like
yeah, yeah.
abuse, like a physical, drug, violence,
Okay.
as in
Oh, yeah.
and any type of abuse you can imagine. All of the worst things that a parent can do to a child.
Okay.
Oh God.
And so like my dad
No wonder he
also
runs away.
recognized that, and he got custody of me, and I
Good.
he was a good figure to look up to. And then right around the time that I was overcoming the the emotional impacts of what my mom
This is
put
so
around
sad.
me, he was getting cancer, and then I spent the
Oh.
next 2 years, like my first 2 years of high school, watching him shrivel up and
Gosh,
die.
Oh God.
And then my stepmom convinced me that I had to keep his death a secret.
What?
Like I couldn't tell anybody.
Why?
And then he died when I was 16. I'll go back to junior year and pretend like he's home, like he's back home and everything's
Why
fine. None of
would you
my
do
friends
that?
know. None of my teachers know. And for 2 years, I'm just like freaking
Why
out.
would
I'm
she
keeping
say that?
That is so
some
insane.
psychos out there. I don't know.
Okay.
It was like it.
Huh.
She was saying that if it became known that my dad was gone, then my mom would find out. My mom would try to
Okay,
get custody
I
of me
guess-
and all this stuff.
okay,
None of
that's-
that is gonna happen within 2 years. While I'm also like
Are you sure?
at the age of 17, I can emancipate.
Sure,
There's
sure,
a lot
sure,
of
sure.
evidence already
guess,
in court
okay.
against. Like it was just kind of unnecessary.
Okay.
But I
I
believe
guess
that.
she was. I'm, I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt. I think let's hope that she just did it because she was trying to protect you. But I feel like the emotional damage of not being able to talk about it would just make it so much worse. Unless if you can talk about it with your stepmom, but even then, I feel like you kind of need to tell like teachers and stuff because otherwise you're just gonna be bottling up inside.
At the time, and so I did. I kept it all within, and that didn't help me. And so then all like she taught me how to shave. Like
Aw.
none of it felt right, and so all the like
Well, it
adult
sounded like she was
conversations I would have been
trying.
having with my dad, I didn't get to have, and then I just. And then, my best friend, I had one friend in high school who
Okay.
helped me kind of through that loss. And then
That's good. So you did
he
get to
passed
tell
away
someone.
in a single car accident,
Oh
like at
God.
22, a few years after high school.
Oh God.
And so then I like had nobody, and I just became kind of like a floating sack of meat that just floated along. And
That is one of the
If you
saddest
live in
sentences
rural
I've ever
America
heard.
and want better high-speed internet at home?
Oh,
Say hello to the new
floating sack of
Usenet.
meat.
Hi.
That is tragic.
tried to just exist and didn't do a good job of it, and things just kind of went downhill from there. And so I feel like
This
the last
is-
few years were me like the peak
This
of
is
me
this is
like
tragic.
just being stupid and idiotic and childlike, and then
So because
realizing
of
it.
all of that,
I wonder
You
part of
escaped
why he's
Austin
childlike
to
is
go
because
to
of
Puerto Rico, you
his
felt like you had to
upbringing.
escape.
I don't
Right,
know.
and also like nobody does well where they're from. I don't know any. Like I was
That's
making
way overgeneralization. That's not even close to true, but okay.
Name me one person. Name me somebody who has done well in their hometown.
Mr. Beast.
Where's he from?
North Carolina.
But his whole thing is online. He has an online platform. I'm talking like
what? But he built a massive company. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
But like he has fans all over. Like
Mr. Beast is. This is not the best time to bring up Mr. Beast. I guess if someone's watching this in the future, this is when like the Chris Tyson stuff got brought up again, and now it's like the Discord got leaked, and it's not really people aren't really disputing it anymore. And then also there's a lot of talks about is his like competitions rigged and are they like illegal? So not the best time to bring up Mr. Beast, I guess. Just a little unfortunate, but we'll see if the comments talk about that.
Was it his fan base began where he is?
That doesn't matter to what you said. You said no one's been successful where they're from.
In there, not just where they're.
My parents are doing well in the town they're from. They've built good careers. My dad has a successful business now.
An entertainment career, or like?
Well, you didn't say in entertainment.
You didn't specify that.
You keep moving the.
What about socially? Are they socially normal? Are they like they have friends and stuff? I can't relate.
They just went on a great vacation.
I live in a town where tourists come every single day, every single hour.
Buddy, this is
and they're like,
yes, tourists come to Austin, but it's not,
and everyone
like LA
I meet,
or New York.
It is though.
No,
everyone
not.
I meet is like, oh, I just got here last month. And
okay, I've been to both places. Austin's been going downhill, but it hasn't hit New York yet. Okay.
Best place I've ever been in my life, and everyone is
visiting.
Everyone. No, they live, and I'm never leaving, and I got all these show opportunities, and I'm doing this, and I'm doing this, and I'm like, cool. I've been here my entire life, and nobody acknowledges my existence.
Have you done anything?
I'm everywhere. Done everything.
Have you done anything notable that would have other people acknowledge your existence? I'm sorry.
I wonder. Okay, now my cynical bone's coming out. I'm sorry. Okay. I wonder if part of it, like, I do think that I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt that everything that he's saying is true. But I wouldn't be surprised if this is a little bit like American Idol sob story, for lack of a better term, of like, I just need a shot, man. I just need a shot. You, the audience here. Here's my socials. Go give me a shot. I need this. I need your support. I don't know. My cynical bone is it's aching. It's aching bad.
I'm sorry.
I
This
hope
is gonna
it's
sound
not
rude.
that.
This is gonna sound rude, but you are not entitled to that. You actually have to achieve something. You have to do something. You have to put into the work, and then you can be acknowledged.
I agree, but what is notable? Like, define notable.
No.
What have you tried to do?
Have I?
Define notable.
Notable means worthy of attention or notice. Remarkable.
What have you done that's
not me. I'm the
I
antonym.
don't know is that something I can even decide? I can even declare?
Well, I guess the audience would decide.
And apparently the answer is no.
There you go.
Okay.
So why would they then?
But everywhere I go, every time I leave Austin, I'm notable.
Yeah, to how many people?
Everybody I meet. Everybody and I.
Oh, come on. Are you telling me if you go to Puerto Rico, everyone's going to show up?
Then why?
San Juan's going to be like, woo!
Then why aren't you still there?
Back!
Let's
go!
Maybe.
What?
I haven't done it. Got to find out.
I don't want to shit on your dreams.
Then why aren't you still there? What the hell?
With this and a little entitled.
Yeah, no, it does.
Yeah,
come
I don't know
out
that I
way.
agree with the entitlement.
No one else makes it in their city. That doesn't make sense.
I mean,
Austin's
everything's a generalization. Every
like
statement
musicians in Austin live lives by performing. Do they become famous? Not necessarily.
I was born and raised here, and every single musician that I've known that was also born here moved to Leander. Like,
also, Austin's
none of them
only
can
the
make
5th,
it.
even though we're the 11th.
Oh no, they moved to Leander, not Leander. It's like a little bit outside. It's a surrounding area. Oh no, not Leander. Like, that's Austin area, okay? That's not they didn't move to like California or something. What the hell?
Populated city in the country. We're the 15th most visited by tourists.
We're
So
also
you were
number
wrong.
5 on the list of cities that people are leaving the most, which is a recent study that came out in the last year.
Great. So that completely contradicts what you were saying there at the
please.
beginning.
I'm saying that
Please
nobody likes
leave.
it here because it's too, like, there's so many reasons. It's not the place
Nobody
to be
likes it
anymore.
here? What are you talking about?
Generally, if we're generalizing, it's number 5 on the list of people are leaving. People are recognizing that
No.
whatever
We
the
had a
advertisement
massive-
for
okay.
Austin is
This doesn't matter. to the conversation.
Actually, you know what? That would actually logically that makes sense. So if the people coming here are somewhat like trying to like make it in like music and stuff, or for some reason there's been a bunch of actors, so it would make sense if this isn't working, I gotta go. I'll go on the road and try somewhere else. That seems like what the boat that he's in, because I don't know what the numbers are for leaving, so we don't really know what's causing it, do we? Huh.
But
Sorry,
to be
that
clear,
didn't make sense.
just like any COVID boom city where we had an insane amount of people move here, yes,
Yeah.
all of those cities.
But that's
are
been
having
true
a
my whole
little bit
life.
of
I've been here
No, it
for
hasn't.
20. Yes,
What?
every year it's been like, Austin's number 2 or number 1 on the most moved to cities in Texas in America.
Okay.
It's the fastest growing city. Blah, blah. And
Yes.
now it's suddenly
Okay,
like, nope,
that
it's
hasn't
not
been-
growing
So
anymore.
that's not true
happening
your whole
for
life. It's
a
just
bit.
now because after the COVID
for the
boom.
first time in 29
Yes, because
years.
every city, almost every city that had the big COVID boom has experienced the same analytics.
But not
Yeah, I
every
wouldn't
city
be surprised.
before the COVID boom
This doesn't
was
matter.
growing.
This doesn't matter. I care about you. What are you talking? Okay.
What?
In the
I don't
same
see.
way.
This doesn't
make
matter.
sense. Why are you hating?
What are you trying to say?
On,
What
on
are you
your
trying
city
to
I'm
for
just
some
say?
reason?
saying. I'm just saying that
Tell me what you're trying to say.
I think it's very important for me, even if it's just temporary for a year, for 2 years, whatever, that I get out of Austin.
Okay.
Maybe not other people. They can sit in their boxes and work their career
Oh,
jobs
no.
and be
No,
happy
Oh,
with
fuck
that. But
you.
like, I can't.
Okay. So what are you gonna do then? What's your plan? I'm gonna pretend that's not an entitled position.
Yeah,
because
no,
you think
I-
you deserve to make it, but
I don't.
It reminds me of like those Disney shorts, which I do enjoy because like the animation's very nice and but I swear like every like Pixar short is like that they show before movies is like there's this sad man who has to work a desk job, but then he discovers creativity and he gets to leave it. I feel like that's happened in like several of those shorts, and it just feels like so like elitist, I guess. To like my lifestyle is just better than yours for some reason, even though that yours like affords you stability so that you can still like have families and stuff, and that's just as valid. I don't get why they have to hate on people who have desk jobs.
Okay.
Deserve anything.
Okay, cool.
I
So
think
then
that
what's
I'm
the plan?
capable of it.
Okay, what's the plan?
Okay.
I'm going to DC and performing at the Kennedy Center in a play
Are
as a
gonna be
lead
2
role.
people there as well?
What,
No,
what are
it's
you
a
gonna
whole,
play?
It's the local theater festival that happens every year, and it's a whole industry.
Interesting.
get
What
into that?
reception
show?
afterwards. I applied to, I applied to the role that was listed, and
Yeah.
then I
What show?
got asked to audition with the actual script.
I want to know.
When you signed up for pet insurance,
I'm kind of a
you
theater
didn't
nerd.
sign
I'd
up
like to
for-
know. Skippity.
And then I
Ad.
sent in a videotape reading the script, excuse me, and got the role. And
Okay.
most things, a lot of things that
Hope
I've
that's not a
applied to,
scam.
I've gotten the role because of the fact that I can play any role and fit into any dynamic.
Okay, then
because
why
I feel like
aren't
I've
you
already
successful?
lived it. And I think that from
What? Okay, how much is this paying?
Why aren't you just doing
I'm
theater
gonna cheer,
then?
I'm gonna cheer that on. If you got a role, that's sick. I love that. That's
Yeah.
great. Trust me, I'm not against you as an existence.
Yeah.
I
It's
want to
just
know what the
you've
role
been
is.
talking about has
So bad.
not been like reality so far, but
understand.
that's like a real thing. So what are
Yeah.
you getting paid?
I'm making $250 for a one-time table read, and then there's the potential they want to turn it
Okay.
into a movie and go from there, whatever. But for
What?
this specific gig, I'm making $250,
Like
and then I'm setting up
Like an indie movie
other
or
projects in and
Or like
around
student film?
Philadelphia or New York or whatever to work outside of that. and I already am
So
in
what's your
talks.
pay for this position?
$250.
Okay. Just wanted to confirm.
Okay.
Also, I was fact checking you because it's important.
Uh-huh.
Number one for 2023 and 2024 so far in terms of cities that people are leaving.
Oh, good, some data.
Los Angeles number 1, Chicago number 2, Brooklyn number 3, Queens number 4, 5 Miami-Dade County, 6 Brooklyn, 7 Anaheim, California, 8 Pasadena, California, 9 San Diego, California, 10 San Jose, California. Also,
I wonder what all these have. I wonder what these all have in common.
Okay,
huh?
so
Interesting.
Just find whichever article says that Austin's number 5, and just like anything else on the
oh,
internet.
if you
can-
go confirm your
whatever
own
narrative, whatever
thing.
statistics, whatever scientific formula you want to put around it, you'll find the answer you're looking for. That's the issue. with the internet. But
Guess you need to use Caleb's sponsor.
you go out and talk to real people every day too, instead of just
Oh,
like
that's how we get.
reading.
That's how we learn things.
I mean, you go
anecdotal
outside.
data.
Yeah, you go outside and you
great.
actually meet real people.
That's what
and
an
get a
educated
different-
human person does.
Yeah,
That's
you live in the real world. You can live in that box and get a totally
what an
different.
absolute joke.
You're calling. Oh, talking to a few people that I know. That's the real world. A bunch of data aggregated from different sources. That's your box. You're living in a tiny little box. Like, what the hell? That's so backwards. That's so weird. What the hell?
Just stop. Just stop. That's stupid.
That's dumb.
That's the stupidest
That's really
thing I've ever
dumb.
in my life.
All that's gonna die eventually, and we're gonna like be sitting
Computers.
around. Yeah, technology, satellites.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, I don't feel bad about calling him a caveman now. He's preparing. He is preparing for the apocalypse. He's got this.
See,
It's
but
coming.
this is actually concerning, huh?
Stone Age is coming. We're gonna have to know how to like make fires.
But
in
this
the
is
forest.
this is actually your
Even more
worldview, which
caveman.
is
I
impacting
can't
what
get
you're
over
doing.
my caveman thing was
it's,
correct.
it's not impacting what I'm doing. I'm living
How?
because I'm still living in the world that is like what it is today.
But I
and
don't
I'm
think you
reaping-
actually
Just
care
go-
as
are you
much
gonna
to
be off grid
improve
like
it
that one
based
guy who
on the
died in a
world
van
because
in,
you actually believe those things in your
Canada?
bone,
I
which
think
is
that-
so
What was his name
indicative
again?
of your financial situation.
That's fair. I think that the
Wendy did a
last
video on him.
few years it was impacting my decision making a little too much. But now I realize that there's a strong benefit to what we have available.
So what
here.
has changed?
Well, I need to like
Okay.
take advantage of the resources that
Sure.
exist.
What changed though? To make you say that.
I don't.
Failure and humility.
Okay, I'm sorry. It peeves me. It peeves me a little bit. It was talking about taking advantage of the resources that exist. You already did that. That's how you ended up in Puerto Rico, even though that you misused that resource. So it seems like you're just going to keep on reusing these resources that people work hard to try to provide to give people better lives, and you're just kind of wasting it. I really, really don't like when you misuse charity stuff. Or like government aid. Any
Like I've been
thing that's
humbled
meant to
by
help people.
being a arrogant, like thinking I know more than I do.
What?
in
You haven't
reality.
changed.
Like I've been freaking wrong.
Or
Well,
if
you
you
gotta
have
convert it to another
changed,
gig.
you're still very
They're paying for
arrogant.
travel and living expenses, right?
Partially,
Oh, how much?
half.
So they're giving you 250 plus.
Lodging, half of the cost of my Airbnb.
And
How much is
Only
the other
half?
going to cost?
Around $250.
oh, come on! Is this going to be a net loss?
I heard you guys wanted to get dirty.
Oh,
Again.
no, not
Dirty
again.
Money is back. And this
No.
time you're gonna be a lady in the streets,
Uh-huh.
freak in the sheets. And you know who you usually
Don't ruin Google Sheets for me! Why? I love Google Sheets!
meet in those sheets? I'm personally into BBWs, budget, bonds, wealth. And this sexy merch is only available through the end of this month, and then it's going away.
Wait, I thought that you learned your lesson! Caleb, no! Okay, so for context, I've talked about this before. So the first Dirty Money came out in like February. And they had things like Eat My Assets and like it's BDSM, but it's like bonds, dividends, stocks, and mutual funds. Ha ha ha. Very funny. But the issue with that, other than the ads made me uncomfortable at work, is that a bunch of his viewers really liked the merch, but and the limited time thing was like, oh, it's limited time, I need to go and buy it. But keep in mind who his audience is, because these people come from the audience. So a lot of people who are in horrible financial situations would go and buy his merch, even though that they really shouldn't. Like, to his credit, he'd call them out and be like, no, don't buy my merch if you can't afford it. And I thought that's why he stopped doing it. But now he's bringing it back again. And I don't understand why. He already has like all this membership stuff, which he plugs a lot. I don't know. I'm kind of angry at you, Caleb. I think that this is kind of predatory, to be honest. I'm sorry. I'm a little angry. There's plenty of people who watch it who can afford it, but I just feel like it's not a good idea. I really don't think this is a good idea, Caleb.
So to give you a little extra sweet treat, we're bringing back the classic dirty money as well. BDSM, sluts for index funds, finance daddy. If this isn't for you, you can eat my assets, because I am myself an assets man. Go to calebhammer.com/dirty to check it out before these designs go away at the end of this month. The first 50 purchasers over $35 get a signed and framed photo of you.
No, one, Caleb, you're making me uncomfy. Caleb, why are you doing this to me? Why am I leaving this on the screen? 2, you made it even more predatory. Bro, don't make it like, oh, the first so many purchasers. Dude, it's just gonna be even worse. They're gonna have another person come on the show who bought this. And then you're gonna have to be like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. What the hell? Like, I know that they have their own, yeah, that's their own free will. It's their own decisions to make. But, like, dude, you know that a lot of the people who have debt issues have, like, self-control issues, or, like, habit-breaking issues, or things like they cope by spending money. And you're a thing that they enjoy, so they could cope by spending money on your merch. I don't think that this is a good idea. I really, really don't.
Your favorite asset, the Hammer dump truck.
It's a springboard. Sometimes you gotta hop on the springboard and allow.
What were we talking about?
Yeah,
I just got so angry. I'm sorry.
To over a dozen of people just like you. Well, unfortunately, just that springboard has not worked. I'm not saying
it doesn't surprise me. It doesn't work for most people.
Exactly, and I'm not saying I'm not trying to crush your dreams.
Yeah,
it's just we can go about these things in a smart, educated, strategic way to be safe. If you had I did not allow myself to quit my adult job to do YouTube full-time till I had a year's worth of an emergency fund. And I said, you know what? I'm going to give this my all.
I've got like 6 months, so I'm not as responsible, but I'm trying to do this smart too.
I was able to stockpile. I went about it in a mature way. No bad debt, and then pursued it like a full-on business. You're doing this like a hobby, just having fun, traveling around. You don't have any savings to your name and you have debt. That's not how we do this. And that's why a lot of people fail, because they have to get back to reality quicker, because you don't set yourself up for success. Well,
there's also,
I know you want to rush into this. It makes sense. It's a want. You want this.
Yeah.
I want to.
It's also, though, I wonder if he's going to bring up with, like, in general, like the stereotype of the waitress who wants to be an actress, or waiter who wants to be an actor, but generally, yeah, you got to do like these other things to survive until you can make it. So I don't know.
For you too, give yourself the best shot to get there.
Right.
I know I'm being a dick, but I do want you to succeed.
Right.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to challenge your worldview.
I really don't think that you're being a dick right now, to be honest. I feel like this is one of his more justified.
You know, it's not out of hating you.
Yeah.
Like crazy,
I'm not trying to like repeat patterns. But I just, regardless of anything, I would be leaving Austin. Whether I had, I would be figuring out a way to leave Austin.
Touching the table, and I'll make you leave Austin in a body bag.
Manly bands continue this ring sizer. He can pick a size and wear it throughout the day to make sure it's the perfect fit through.
Skip.
Will be focused on establishing that consistency and patience and taking the time and dedication and hard work that it takes to set myself up
But you
successfully
refuse to-
after I leave Austin.
But you have to work in the arts, according to you.
No. I'm
What else do you think
open
you're gonna do?
Why does it have to be Philadelphia?
It doesn't.
Okay, but that's what you already decided.
I mean, things can
I
change.
just got Fresh Prince playing in my head now. Just whenever I hear Philadelphia, it doesn't even have to be West Philadelphia. It's just Philadelphia.
Things can change all the time.
I'm sorry, guys. 37 minutes into the recording. I don't know what your timestamp is, but we haven't done. Let me at least go through the Quicksilver. I know I can get lost in the sauce sometimes. Again,
it's all
$5 of interest agreement. It's not crazy, but you put out like.
Oh yeah, we barely talked about finances.
$190 on a $200 credit limit. You started the balance over the credit limit.
Yeah, it's partially because I bought a guitar right after I paid it off, and I swore I wasn't going to spend any more money on music, and then I found this $99 guitar, and I was like, "Well, I'm playing."
Did you already have a guitar?
$159 from Guitar Center.
That was because it was partially on a different card. I think I paid $50 on my debit card, and then the rest on.
Well, you said it was $99 or something.
Well, I got a case because I was like, I need to protect it.
You went in a store, got some bullshit. 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 Went in a store, got some bullshit.
That's a very small amount of on HEB, huh?
Water. Gotta stay hydrated.
Oh, that's what HEO is. Oh, interesting. Who would have thought?
It is.
Oh yeah, and HEB's
It's
the
cheaper
Texas
than buying a
grocery store.
Yeah, you brought your van here, right? You got here with the van that you like do everything. Do you have your guitar with you?
Yeah.
Oh, does he have a van life?
Okay, let's at least test your talents. Can you test your talent for us?
Yeah.
Yeah, just give us something.
I'm surprised he's not doing this on the post show.
Go ahead and get it. Yeah. Let's see it. And you, the audience, let him know in a genuine, honest way. Not to. I know we can get a little cranky.
This is kind of not
in
nice.
a genuine, honest way.
I'm sorry.
It's
There's
good.
no way this isn't gonna
Encourage him
go
to pursue
well.
this in a financially smart way. If you think it's bad, also let him know. This is an honest zone. This is a truth zone.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Well, look, I recognize that my financial success isn't gonna come from music. What I started realizing is like music is
Then
what
why
I
did
do
you?
for me.
What?
So what's your financial success gonna come from?
Performing and like acting. Like,
Okay, and how many acting gigs have
Okay,
you
then
ever
why did
done?
you buy the guitar?
I've been pursuing acting for less than 2 months, and I've gotten over 4, and I've made more money from acting than I did in 10 years.
How much have you made?
Okay,
almost
that's
1,000.
Okay, that means the 10 years
Okay,
was an
that's-
absolute failure.
Yeah.
Okay,
Absolutely.
listen, I feel like I'm walking into a youth campground right now, but just go ahead.
What?
You tell me.
Let's see.
Are you gonna sing?
You want me to?
Yeah, I want you to give us your all. Give us your all.
My all.
Oh boy. Okay. Honestly, I saw a friend who was really good at guitar the other day, and he just does it as a hobby. And honestly, I think he's kind of better. Is this your own stuff? It doesn't sound. Okay.
Been so certain. Ain't been learning. Oh, ain't been learning.
Okay.
And I'm certain. Oh, I'm certain.
Is this your own song or is this a cover? I don't know what this is.
Something's brewing.
Is there a more interesting song? By chance?
Well, so I taught myself ukulele last year.
Feel you,
and
bro.
I'm teaching
I feel
myself
you.
Well, I
guitar
mean,
right now.
you're just your vocal thing. You're just doing the same vocal phrase over and over again, even if
Oh,
with different
yeah.
words. So give me a little bit of.
Also, if you don't know, Caleb's background is in music, actually, not in finance. His financial knowledge comes from his own journey out of debt, whenever he was younger. But he actually went to school for composition, so I'm curious to hear more of his critiques.
vocal range here. Give me something that does a little different vocals. I think one of the strings is out of tune, or your fingering's wrong.
No,
Okay.
it is. Yeah, I didn't tune it.
Oh boy.
Vocal range.
Vocal range.
Give it to me.
I'm a baritone.
Yeah, within the baritone range. Give me some, just your range. I'm not talking about go soprano and cut off your balls.
Yeah, okay, he's on the spot. He can't think of anything. Okay, I get it. You're
This
nervous,
is where I push the red button going,
That's fair.
But so can you like cover a song or something?
Do a song!
I
Buddy, you want to do this for a living. Come on.
This is concerning. Oh yeah, because this was his job. Holy
name
shit.
the song.
Espresso by Sabrina Carpenter.
I don't even know who or what that is. I never heard of that in my life.
To be honest, I haven't heard of that either.
Espresso. In the morning, I drink espresso.
Okay.
That's pretty good, right?
I don't think you're a singer.
My service with Mint has been amazing. There is no issues switching over.
This is gonna be brutal, isn't it? I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm sorry. I'm being mean.
No, I mean
I'll be critical. I don't think you're a singer. I think the guitar probably, maybe. I don't know. You're kind of just playing a few little riffs over and over again, but it's kind of what it comes down to in different ways.
I realize that.
Okay, yeah, but vocally, I don't think you have vocals. I don't have vocals either. Don't get me wrong.
Singers have vocals.
Okay, well,
if you really think about it.
No, that doesn't make any sense to me. All right, thanks. Yeah, hit my table.
Oh,
Why don't you
boy.
do that? Yeah, do that some more.
He's a tough guy.
Wonderful. And the card's at 30.74%.
Typical credit card interest rates, which are awful.
Okay. Dave, extra cash account statement. Oh,
what
good.
is
You were
the
overdrafting, so it brought money in to your other accounts. And you so yeah, overdraft. That's insane. Express fees, overdraft, tips.
What's the interest rate for Dave?
This is insane. Extra cash overdraft $75, fees $15, tips $3.75.
The fees from overdrafting or something else?
What a joke. And you've only put well, it's at 0 right now. At least at the time of this statement.
Yeah, interesting. See? I stopped taking extra cash.
Oh, you better stop. But it was well, how are you financially gonna get there? Because you also gotta. Are you driving to this show?
Yeah, so I gotta like save up $500 to pay for gas.
Oh,
okay, so we're sinking $750 into this $250.
Yeah.
So far, plus food, plus.
Think about learning a trade, that I can do.
What the are you? Yeah, sure. Yeah, go into trades. I don't think you'll make it through trade school to save your life.
No, not trade school. Huh?
But then what
I'm
do you
gonna
want to
be
do?
a poker dealer or something. Something I can do at night.
What?
Just like make
no.
some things and then do projects.
Make some things. As we have life figured out.
Kind of the waiter thing, I guess. But,
I mean,
I feel like it's a wait.
But a poker dealer, I feel, is a lot more risky. Just because you're around that stuff, and if you get a taste for it, gambling is one of like the hardest addictions to break. I guess. Well, just in general, addictions suck. But yeah.
But I will gift you a certification from Course Careers if you ever want it. It's great tech certifications, things like accounting
sound like
for
that's
adults.
what he wants to do, I guess.
I don't think you'll ever touch it, but I'll
touch
it.
We'll
bring that up for you.
Yeah.
That sounded gross to me.
Card inquiries.
My mind's too dirty now. I hate the internet.
Oh, I think you did. Credit cards. There's that credit card. You have a Credit Karma thing?
Yes.
What is that?
I got that recently.
What is it?
I don't really even know.
Do you use it?
Yeah.
What?
It's like a debit card and a spending account and a savings account and some sort of
like a charge card. I bet it's like. Is it like the Fizz card?
What?
I don't know.
Do they use it like that?
It's like an own bank account. It's like an online bank account.
Really?
Yeah.
Let me see it because I don't have a statement for that.
No.
I want to see the account.
Oh.
I want to see the card. I don't give a shit about the card.
Yeah. What the
am I gonna do with the card?
It's got $0 on it. It's pretty valuable.
But is it credit? Because it's being reported.
That's weird.
No, it's.
But this is through the Credit Karma app,
Right.
You went to school. I see some university 2019 thing.
Oh no.
That was just the name of the thing for my car at the time. It's just the name of the bank, University Federal Credit Union. I was paying off the card.
Parking. Is this gas $30? 7-Eleven, would that be gas $30?
Yeah.
Because it's
Okay.
Yeah.
But you also went into HEB and got some bullshit. And then you got declined. Something declined $30 there. More gas. Great.
Right.
Wow.
Oh, good. This is fantastic. Wonderful.
Yeah, no, this is very bad.
I'm cranky right now.
This is very, very bad. I'm pretty sure the guy who was predicting he's gonna get a 4 is probably gonna get between a 1 and a 0. Because I'm not sure how he's gonna to measure the debt. Well, no, he has collections. He's probably a 0. He's probably a 0.
Nope.
Okay. This place is pretty nice, you know?
Thank you.
There's
Are you gonna move here?
aside from, hey, maybe squatters' rights, right?
Oh God, no!
I'll go buy a gun from across the street.
Nice, yeah.
Aside from the chains and whips over there, I feel pretty safe.
I wish.
Okay, so he's just
This place
making
would be much more
creepy
fun as a
jokes.
kink zone than hosting whatever you want.
Got the lighting.
Okay. What is in collections? What is this?
It is.
Because it's $1,395.
Yeah, so before I left Austin the first time, I broke my lease early, which was a terrible idea. And then
tell me
they
you're not
charged
gonna do
us for a
something like
full
that
month of
again.
rent after we had already kind of paid, and that just never got paid. So I'm working on the second I have an
Bro.
extra $13.95, I'm
You're
gonna
so
get it off credit.
so irresponsible.
Job, man. I could get you to financial
I think if I had worked a job like a long time ago,
normalness so quick, you have no idea.
like a year ago, and I just dedicated
What was
6
it?
months.
Yes.
But I was too
Yeah, no.
hung up on the fact that I had to go like do something and be something or something.
Can I see that wallet again? It looked really weird.
It seems like you didn't even like try though, just based on what you're showing of the music. It seemed like you only had like one idea. Maybe it's just because he was nervous, but it wasn't very impressive.
Can I see? If you don't have an insane weird wallet like this and you have an interesting story and want help with your finances, feel free to apply to be on the show.
It's not that weird of a wallet.
Apply.
It's like it's generally a coin purse though, right? That looked like a coin purse.
Great. Looked free.
It was handmade or something.
Oh, checking account. Okay, sure. What do we have in here? $206. There's actually money in here.
Maybe, yeah. Something like that.
Every business needs a website. It's the first impression valuable potential customers see online. But so many websites are poorly designed, turning those precious
There we go.
% off any plan for 3 months. Trust me,
Okay.
use durable and step up your website game today.
Okay. I can't speak to the quality of his sponsors. I really haven't used most of them. But if you want to check out his stuff, as always, like I'm linking the original video in the description, and if you want to use his links, they're all there. But definitely check out the original video.
Why are you here? For f***ing sake, why are you here?
Because I don't even know like the first thing about financial guidance.
Okay.
Okay. I guess that's fair.
What do you want?
A clearer path forward.
Will you listen to me?
Yeah.
You seem so ready for what you already have planned.
I mean, I think that I'm going to do what I have planned, but I'm also going to listen to you and find a way to mesh both worlds together.
So essentially, I need to come up with a way to make your plan.
They can't mesh. There's no way. There's no way that this plan is going to mesh with what Caleb's going to suggest. No way.
Not as dumb as it already is.
Possibly, if that's what you're down for.
Well, I think that's because if I make up a plan that is actually smart, I don't think you'd follow it, meaning it's kind of pointless. So I might have to adapt it to you to at least make sure you get any kind of help, or else there's no point.
Oh, I guess that's fair.
That's fair. I think so.
Yeah, I guess something's better than nothing.
Dave Inc. Taco Bell.
Oh, God.
Oh, this is great for someone that doesn't make any money.
I mean, yeah, it's cheap.
Grande H2. Okay, what is
that?
This
Really
Grande
is a
H2O?
micro loan. Holy shit!
It's like one of them water stations outside of the HEB.
So you get like a big
you get
thing.
2 gallons for like $1 instead
have
of
water
going
at your
inside.
apartment?
Huh? No, I don't have any. Where I'm living right now is on my cousin's property with no plumbing. I live in a broken down trailer.
Where do you poop?
Holy cow!
Drive to HEB. That's why I'm always there.
No way.
Yeah,
You have to poop.
I
So
have
you get in the car. How far are you away from an?
No
10
wonder
minutes.
there's
So when I
tiny
wake up some mornings,
purchases.
it's cutting it close. I'm like, I may have to dig a hole today, but so far I haven't.
I would have to because I have
Holy
about 5 minutes
cow.
when I feel it to when
Yeah.
I'm like running.
I'm a little more on top of it.
I respect it.
Yeah.
I don't know what's wrong
Okay.
with me.
But if I,
Especially after all
that's
the
where I
Taco
brush
Bell
my
you eat.
teeth. Yeah. Well,
Well,
I.
it
You
keeps
brush
on
your
going to
teeth,
Taco
you're
Bell.
kind of homeless, but you're not homeless. It's weird.
Yeah, I know.
Huh.
Want to register for an LLC in 4 easy steps? I got you. Go to Taylor
Interesting.
Brands and let's officially form your business. Step 1.
It is
Also,
weird.
you need to wear sunscreen.
Okay. I don't like sunscreen, but yeah, I hear you.
Well, you're
Aloe
29, but
vera.
I'm
Do you
seeing
like skin cancer?
signs of like sun aging?
I have cancer.
You do?
No, I don't know. I thought I was asking.
What?
You're a doctor, right?
How would it?
Dr. Hammer.
What?
Yeah, you're trying to be funny. That's fun. That's great.
Why?
Okay.
That's not even. Yeah,
My
it's
dad
not even
died
funny.
of
It's just
cancer,
saying stuff.
so
What kind?
Yeah, we got
it's like
that.
a really rare form called goblet cell carcinoid that has only had like 600 cases ever in the world.
Wow, that's wild. Look,
What
I'm sorry,
type
that
is-
sucks.
What's that?
So
What's that
maybe
effect?
we
Happens.
wear sunscreen to avoid getting skin cancer, or at least
Maybe.
avoid. You're a handsome dude. You got things going for you. You're skinny. You're tall, right? How tall are you?
6'2".
Okay. Yeah. So you got things going for you that I'm jealous of. Like I wouldn't be able to work on the height. I could get fit, but whatever. You're
And I wish I could gain weight.
May as well. Okay. So
What?
May as well not look 40
Or maybe more he
Right.
just
when
wants
you're
food.
32. So wear some sunscreen, buddy, because I see signs of aging on there. I don't think the cameras pick it up because they don't pick it up as like close as I do. But you got some sun aging going on. Okay.
All right.
Just looking out.
You will never have that issue because I don't leave my house.
Taco Bell, and that's another reason why I'm surprised you're able to make it 10 minutes. And then you're back going in for BS. Every time you go to HEB, you're just like getting some like $3 like snack and drink.
Yeah, I've tried not to. Yeah.
Well,
It's
you
kinda
do it
point-
every
I'm
day
like,
of
I'm
your life,
there.
so I don't.
Oh, I thought it's because you felt pressure because you go in to just
Mush
like use the
Mountain
bathroom.
View. Oh, that's where it's from. So is that YouTube Premium?
It was. Yeah, I just.
Ah,
I don't have
why?
it. Well,
Have you canceled your subscriptions?
yes. Just recently.
Taco Bell,
Okay, that's good at least.
very good buys, $5.
Yeah, man, I got these sandals. It's a thrift store in Fort Worth.
Huh.
$5. Been wearing them almost every day since.
I mean, $5.
Dave, going in, getting some BS. Hop Dottie, you can't afford Hop Dottie. Dave,
No, I promised a friend I'd buy her lunch.
yeah, you
and
can't afford your lunch or her lunch.
I
You don't make money.
made it happen that day.
You
but
didn't.
Not
You're
the
further
next
into
day.
debt. You spent more than you made. So
Yeah.
Incorrect.
I need to find a good burger
That's fair.
place.
going in, getting some
Like
BS.
yeah, ever since I've been all over the country, but ever since I left Dallas, I have like this intense craving for something that can match up to Liberty Burger, and I haven't found it. Like I've been to Hop Dotties, and it's like a worse it feels like a major step down from Liberty Burger. Like they're fine, but they're not on the same level, and I'm desperately trying to find something similar.
Going in and getting
to
some
my-
BS. You filled up some water. Taco
to my
Bell. I
beloved
understand
Liberty
filling up water
Burger.
Situation's fine. So I'm actually not going to call that out when I see that. Taco Bell. Going in and getting some BS. Dave. Going in and getting some BS. 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 Cash apping out $11. Dave. Going in and getting some BS.
To some degree, having because I've also lived in Austin, so I guess that somewhat helps with the Caleb stuff because I can talk a little bit about what it's like in Austin.
Going in and getting some BS. Going in and getting some BS. And telling beats
Yeah. So.
$40.
Yeah, it was
What
an.
the is that?
I released a new song today, actually, this morning, and that was an instrumental of the song I recorded.
Just instrumental. No vocals.
Come on.
I added the vocals.
Oh boy.
The music video.
Okay, we're gonna listen to it in the post show.
Oh my.
We're gonna listen in the post show. Hey, buddy, if you don't want people to hear it, don't release it.
Freaking cock
Nice.
block.
That's what I say.
Yeah. The music video
Content
drops at 6
blocked.
p.m. today.
Damn.
I shot it 2 days ago. I didn't spend money on the video.
What is this though? You said
Okay, sorry. I just unlocked a part of my memory. But the person that I'd love to see a financial audit on more than anyone is this interesting Canadian musician named Uncle Adams. I kind of love his music in like a semi-ironic, semi-unironic way, but he went into like I think $200,000 worth of debt just trying to get like studio time and stuff. It was bad. It was really bad. There's all kinds of videos on him. He's interesting.
What's the $40?
I spent money on the instrumental.
Oh, you didn't even like make the song?
There's certain times where I use an instrumental that I made. And
you're
other
like
times,
a fake musician. Okay, go ahead and get into somebody else. I can't.
No, there's other times where I want
can
to
say that
use
he
somebody
was
else's
one.
instrumental
Or
because
is one,
it's a
I
form of
guess.
collaboration, and like
I don't know
form
if
of collaboration that you pay with, and they don't
he
even
still
know
does
about
stuff.
because you're.
I make all the money.
Probably too
the way
busy.
that contract works is like I paid $40,
I
and
know.
he doesn't want anything after that.
I
I'm like,
know
all right,
because you
that's fine.
paid for the. Okay, this car.
It can only be good for both of us.
This van.
I'm assuming that
you're
he doesn't know that
driving
Caleb is a
to a new
musician.
place to stay in and live in. How is it?
It's not gonna make it much longer if we're being real about it.
And we're relying on it to travel to this gig and to. Oh my gosh, how many miles are on it?
284,000.
Whoa, what is it?
It's a 01 Ford Explorer.
Okay.
And it doesn't have AC.
How are you existing?
It's not easy.
No. All these poor dogs.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
we go to the dog park and hang out at the creek all day. So it's like we're in water.
Well, that's because you don't have a job.
Yeah.
And yeah, we would all that too, but I'll do that too. But we decided that we were going to be adults.
Wild man with his
you
pack?
have not left the age of 13 yet.
I mean, they're having fun.
No, and I'm glad they are. Like truly.
Kind of Peter Pan
like, I am
syndrome.
For them in that
maybe.
Case. Unfortunately, if a vet emergency happens, then I feel bad for them because you have no way to pay for it. So
I
find
mean,
out to do the vet.
13-year-olds. Yeah, 13-year-olds are having fun with their life because they're not worried about stuff.
Van, what are we doing?
I can say that is not true. 13-year-old me was a stressed out freaking mess. I'd just be so stressed out and crying like all the time. Mostly from homework. I went to a hard school.
What's the idea with it?
Well, take
It's obviously paid for.
Yeah, take as good care of it as I can. Make
You
it
said
last.
it's not going to last in general.
Well, not forever. Nothing does. It's just old, man. It's like it's in good shape, to be honest. For as old as it is, I had to get all new brakes for it last year, and it was over $1,000.
I mean, lasting as long as it has been impressive, I guess. Okay, we're gonna skip this. Okay.
And I don't want to put that much into it again.
The internet, your favorite thing, says that they last around $200,000 and can last 300,000 miles.
Okay.
Which we're getting close.
You're 284
Yeah.
and going to
that's dangerously
Philadelphia,
close.
that's
I've also seen cars that had
away.
800,000 miles on it, and I don't think it'll get there. But
which car though?
Yeah, probably not.
So before then, I want to be able to have my credit in a good enough spot
okay.
to be able to put a down payment on a car and get a new car and then start using that for my credit.
That's gonna go great.
And if I can build my credit to a
Has
decent
he
amount,
ever acknowledged what happened to the other 35,000? Because he said 25 was for the van. Not the van, the RV that didn't work out. Where did the other 35 go? Because that's the majority of it. Like, what happened?
How are you going to get approved for a car loan? And if you do, your car loan's going to be like 30% for 8 years, and you're probably going to get something you can't even come close to affording. And if you get approved, I don't know how you're going to get approved. What are you talking about? What world are you in? You have a maxed out credit card and have collections. What credit score are you talking about?
Trying more for like 5%
are tiny and
on
my
the car
credit
or
limit is
lower.
tiny. So
you know what that means?
That I don't make much money?
Let's use this as a learning. Sorry, I almost freaked out. Utilization is a massive part of your credit score.
Yeah,
you don't want to go over 30%. You don't really want to go over like any percent, so you don't want to hold any interest. But that would be better. It impacts your credit score when it goes over 30% because your credit limit is so low. 30% of your credit limit is $60.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
you can't have a balance more than that, but you're sitting at 200.
Mm-hmm.
What's your credit score?
It's gonna be awful.
We were just in Credit Karma. What was it?
Yeah, it's like 545 or something. Something.
And collections, what? Hits it by what? 30 points, 40 points, or 20 points? I don't remember because I don't get them.
Right.
Yikes.
It's 565. It went up 12 points this week.
Can we even make a budget for you? You're leaving. When are you leaving?
Yeah, I was gonna.
The latest.
I was gonna say he doesn't really. I don't know if there's anything that can be budgeted here. One, because he doesn't really make anything. But in some cases, Caleb has been able to be like, okay, this is at least the minimum that you need to survive. But this guy, it's like, I'm gonna move to a totally different city in a totally different state. So I don't even think that we really have his accommodations. Wait, no, he said it's like Airbnb. So I don't know how long that Airbnb is gonna last. Everything's so unstable and just insane that I don't think that there can be a budget. And there's a decent chunk of this video still left. What the hell is still gonna happen?
It's August 17th.
Latest. Okay, so
If
budget
not,
makes no
yeah.
sense. What are you paying for rent right now?
Not.
At least there's
Thank
that.
God, yeah.
What's your plan for income out there?
I hope to figure that out soon.
No!
Before I get there.
No, you need a plan first.
If any, like, I have a couple things ruminating in my head.
Oh,
Maybe
God.
get a job at a, like,
How much of it is skunk?
None. I spend no money on.
Oh, it's saying that he looks
I've never
like a
drank.
like a
I might.
It was a joke. What's
stoner?
ruminating or
but
what's going on in
it
that
kind
head?
of does. But okay,
Probably.
it's kind of toxic one.
At
At least the stereotype.
thought about maybe like working at a dog daycare because I've done that before. It doesn't pay anything, but like
Okay.
Why not
side
get a
income.
job?
Well, like, cause then every job that I could get that like pays a decent amount, like wants a commitment for me for life, and I'm like,
no, they don't.
Every business person I meet is like,
Bro.
cares so much.
This is okay. This is not the 1950s. It's not. There's not as like somewhat marriage to your company, which is it has its pros and cons because now we don't really have pensions and they don't. It's not as much of like. It's more like more kind of mutual. But now it's just a bunch of hopping, and you have to hop in order to make the most money that you can and get the most benefits that you can. It's just hopping from job to job. You don't stick to jobs the same way that you used to do. That's not how our world works anymore, at least not in the US.
It's about their place.
The
and it's like that
business
makes
they own?
Yeah, it makes sense because that's your thing. But that's not my baby. Like I have a
Bro.
life. I have goals. I have things that I do outside of work. I want to be able to go to work and do. Like I'm not against working hard. I love working. I actually do. I just don't like getting trapped into circumstances.
You're not
you can
trapped.
leave a job whenever you want to.
Just
But-
But yes, when you're in like that shift, you're committed, and if you're not committed, you don't work there because you're fired.
But
Yeah.
I feel
You
like
can
things,
leave whenever you want.
I feel like
you're
things
looking
are
at it
about
like
to
it's
move.
slavery for the rest of your life.
Yeah,
that's not how that
yeah.
works.
That's
It's not.
that's how he talks
You're getting
about it.
paid for something you agreed to. You have come to the contractual agreement with the employer. They need this.
Yeah.
You want a job and money, and you guys are able to figure it
Yeah.
out in the marketplace of what that income is like for you to accept that position.
Which I'm open to figuring out once I
don't
leave
think so.
Austin because
No, it doesn't
I've
sound
been
like it.
doing that. I've been
Have
knowing
you?
that I'm leaving
Have you?
Austin for like over about 2 months now, and initially,
good. 2
Oh,
months.
and
a whole
initially,
2
Good.
months.
I was
Wow.
like applying to every single job on Indeed you could think of.
Okay.
Everything.
Yeah, but I bet your resume is
And-
like
and-
a joke. Like we would probably want to use a resume building service.
Maybe. I mean, my resume is pretty
don't
good.
know.
It's like I've spent long dedicated time at places.
No, I know, but like your resume itself, the build out of it might not
Yeah,
be very
like
good.
how
Oh,
it
like
looks.
the look,
Not
like
just
the
the look,
layout.
but
Yeah.
like the keywords and everything you're using.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because now
I've
it's
never thought about it.
now it's like the stupid AI all over the place. It's like every company. You gotta make sure to have the right keywords and stuff. And they probably won't even like it's not even like necessarily looking at the resume. It's just like the keywords, and then maybe you'll be able to make it to the interview. Job hunting is like one of the most stressful tasks going through. All right,
Okay, so
drives me crazy.
But like, I
Drove
mean,
me
I'm a
crazy.
hireable person. Once you look, like my resume has
yeah,
gotten
but you
me.
got it. Likely, I mean, they just
Basically
sifted
anyone, I
through
guess.
systems, and then you got to get
Yeah.
interviewed from there. Like you're
Every
not
time I
even
go to
getting
an
that.
interview, things go well,
Okay.
Really?
which can be bad because like then I'm like, well, now I have to do it.
You're not required to
Oh,
stay at a
yeah.
job. You can leave a job. I
Yeah.
don't think you should.
So
But
Isn't just terrible
you're
at
acting
interviewing
like
or something.
once you accept a job position,
Took
you
me
are there
forever to
until
get a
you're
job.
70. there's nothing
feels like
you
that's
can
what
do.
they want from me, and they know I
No,
can't
of
give
course.
them that.
If you're a good employee, they would want you to stick around. But if you're a good employee and they want you to stick around over the course of years,
Generally, they give you
to make more
incentives.
money because they want to keep you around.
Yeah, but now I'm in this spot where I'm in this limbo stage where I can't really get a job in Austin because I'm about to leave, but I can't really get a job in Philadelphia because I'm not there yet.
Well, you can still.
But I want a job.
Probably start.
I do want a job.
No, you don't. You just said.
Ideally, I'd be able to just make all my money from acting and performing, and magically everything will be.
Doesn't happen magically.
Right,
you know, we grind away.
Fantastically, like that'd be awesome.
Also, Washington D.C., Philadelphia, not known as an acting city.
But it has hubs that it connects to, like New York.
New York.
I can't live in New York. I don't want to live in New York. But
that's fair.
You know, ideally, like, it all works out, and I'm a great, terrific, successful actor. But
good game plan.
Obviously, I have to have a side plan in the meantime, because I still believe wholeheartedly that is what's going to happen. I don't know. I'm not going to pretend like I know how fast that's going to happen for me.
But I don't think you know.
And I need to.
Here's a recap of this conversation. You currently have to drive 10 minutes to take a poo-poo right now, and you don't have water. Okay, that's your situation. Life handed you $60,000 on a silver platter, and you blew it all in 3 months and left the $25,000 of it in a parking lot, essentially, and drove away.
Yeah, where'd the other 35 go?
Today, not tomorrow, not next week. Today is the day I hope you will donate.
No.
To go be homeless in Puerto Rico with no plan. Got back to Austin, agreed to some shady predatory music contract.
Subscribe so that one day I can make a few pennies on my videos and I'll pay for YouTube Premium.
Hundreds of dollars. Now you're planning to drive to Philadelphia with a broken down car to basically go homeless again. And you refuse to get a real job because you think it's slavery. And
I'll be in the chilliness, so it won't be as hot in my car.
Yeah, that's where you die, though.
You got blankets and heaters.
Well, you die from hot ankles.
There's 3 of us.
Oh, the dogs? Oh, those poor dogs.
Oh, yeah, the wait, the AC doesn't. Holy sh... Wait, where are the dogs getting kept again? Because you don't want a hot dog sitting... Or... you don't want a forgotten baby syndrome with the dogs and the hot car. That would be really, really bad.
Not me.
They did a study in like homeless people with dogs. They were like,
I don't know. Everything you've cited so far has been incorrect.
What were you saying?
They did. There were veterinarians were advocating that homeless people take much better care of their dogs than people in their boxes because their dogs are much happier being in.
Wait, did you just call houses boxes? That's dumb. And I wouldn't be surprised if they're very loving to their dogs because one, it's generally how you make your income. Well, if you're one of the side people, and then also that dog's your whole life. That's a reason to keep on going,
like nature and stuff.
Real world.
And like it's
really,
their bond.
The ones I see with the homeless here are on a sidewalk this big, next to raging cars that are flying by.
Actually
agree.
It's
very dangerous.
So I don't know what this article is talking about. I'm just sharing.
And I see them eating pizzas. I don't think that's
okay.
Sure, it tastes great. I don't think it's what dogs are supposed to be eating.
Yeah.
I highly doubt their life expectancy is as good as whatever. Why am I wasting my time? I don't know what to do with you, man. I'm just thinking. I mean, you have nothing invested.
Yeah.
I wanna make an example of like what it's like if you open like a account with a brokerage like Moomoo. I mean, that's what I use. I buy
gotta plug the Moomoo,
right? I just buy into the overall stock market, and I watch the money grow and compound over the course.
I'm planning on doing a
life.
bingo card. If this is the first video that you've seen, I'm gonna try to start it up next week. I think plugging the sponsors, like kind of like awkwardly in the conversation. Well, I guess it's not super awkward. Should be in the on the bingo card. If you have suggestions, please let me know.
Because we are the same age.
We've got a decent list now.
I'm looking for that chance to have a good retirement. I want that for you, and I don't know how to bring an example to you because I don't think that resonates with your lifestyle or care at all. But I have to make whatever suggestion I have based on what you're already going to do.
So how do I?
And also in the recap, your singing was bad. It was okay. It was mid.
Yeah,
The guitar I couldn't judge.
Mid's enough.
Again,
how do I
my hobbyist friend
still
is way better.
Creative pursuits?
Yeah,
I might be biased though, but I don't think so.
Like completely giving them up.
Well, again, that's the thing. Whatever I suggest, you're not going to do that because you already have a thing. So I'm trying to work my suggestion into your thing.
Well, so here's an alternative. I go up to DC, I perform, and I'm gone a week, and I come back and implement your plan.
Okay, cool. Okay, so the plan I would do.
This is
any job you can.
Oh boy.
Overnight Whataburger. Coffee shop.
Whataburger pays
anything
pretty
you can
decent.
go get.
Or at least if you do managing.
Low wage in Austin. The median entry level lowest wage in Austin is $19 an hour.
Oh.
So let's say you're making $19 an hour. You're gonna work 60 hours a week across different jobs. Okay. All of this is easier said than done. I'm doing the fast forward on this, but you're applying to jobs. You're just working as much as you can. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Times that by 52. You're not taking any time off. Doesn't matter.
Boy.
Okay, let's say you're walking home. I mean, that's $60,000 a year. That's not bad. Of course, that's 60 hours a week. You know, sustainable over the long term. No, but we're doing temporary sacrifice. Let's say you just make 40,000 hours. Let's say you walk away with 30. Walk away with 30. I'm trying to take into account your existence. $2,500 a month. You can continue to live with your brother. Was it cousin?
Yeah.
You can.
Okay.
Oh, right now?
Yeah, for a bit.
Yeah. I can, yeah.
Okay. Continue to.
Yeah.
Have your weird poo situation.
Yeah.
Because
you can also get one of those camping buckets. I think there's little little camping toilets that you can get.
Water that's incredible. Like the 2,500. What I would do is take care of both of your debts immediately. I would chop up your credit card. You're not a credit card person. You can't manage that. Yes, we'll focus on building credit eventually, but that's not your main focus right now. What I would do then with that 2,500, with your minimal living expenses, very minimal, $300 on food, $100 on everything else to survive, and whatever else you need. Let's say you have an extra $1,500 a month. And I think you actually have more because you could live bare bones. If this is what you really care about and you want to go all in, what I would save up is $25,000 over the course of a year and a quarter.
Okay.
30 by the time you're, a year and a quarter from now.
What are calls and puts? What is the process of exercise and assignment? How are options?
There we go.
Then, feel free, give it all you got. Give it all you got in a very smart and conservative way. Still living bare bones off that 25,000 because you can blow through that 25,000 quick. You've already done it with 30, but bare bones, like $1,000 a month. Just bare bones as much as you can. Depends on where you are.
Yeah.
With that, you try to make it as much as possible because it is your dream. And fine, okay, do that. Once the $25,000 gets to about $5,000, that's when we start reconsidering things and we start looking for some adult jobs. So you extend that 25 as much as you can, spend 20 of it while you're trying to make your dreams, and then we start making enough to at least survive and get something in investment, like at least 20% at that point.
How old is he again?
After that, and then pursue your passions on the side.
Because
we don't stop pursuing them.
Because the biggest thing that young people have on their side, so they're sure your income is generally, because you're just starting out, it's not as strong, but if you put away the income that you do have, because of compounding growth, that's worth a lot more than in the future. So if you put in $20,000 now, or if you put $20,000 in 20 years, the $20,000 you put in now is worth more, not just because of inflation and stuff, but because of interest that you earn on it, and then that interest gets reinvested, so it just keeps on growing. So that's why you're supposed to invest really early.
But I'm gonna give you a little bit to go all in, and you got to work your off to get there in a year and a quarter. And I think you can make more money than this quicker. But this is I'm just trying to think of you. I don't think you're gonna feel like, oh, I'm a slave because I'm making $19 an hour.
Yeah.
And I can't get out of it. I'm forced to stay here until I die. So, it's I don't know.
That sounds like middle school me.
I have a little hope in that, but you can do that. That would be a way to do it. I wouldn't want most people to do that, but if that's your thing, I want to try to relate it to your situation.
Right.
That is what I would do were I in your shoes with your brain.
Right.
Yeah.
And then, once you're about $5,000 left, get a job that allows you to survive and set at least 20% aside for retirement so we can start getting something going. Like at least $200 a month for retirement or something like that, you know? Just at least that.
Because again, compound growth makes it worth it. Yeah,
And then
exactly.
pursue your passions on the side. And if one takes off, one takes off. That's great.
Yeah.
That's what I would do. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I can wrap my head around that. It makes sense.
Okay. And I'm giving you a chance here, man.
Yeah.
Giving you a chance. But I'm also giving you a reality at the end of it if it doesn't work out.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm excited to listen to that full song in the post show and fully judge it.
Yes.
And you will not copy.
The members are just going to be dabbing on all of the
Do we have
plebs.
permission and consent to play that video and the song that you played?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. So YouTube, if he tries to pull some weird...
The song is not allowed to be content ID whatever, so...
Okay.
Well, it's in the post show anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Hammer financial score. Spending the budget, you overspent it. Debt, you have collection, 0. Emergency fund, you have nothing. Retirement, nothing. Real estate, nothing. I mean, this is
okay.
Obvious.
Yep, that was right, 0.
But hopefully... I hope people related to. There's going to be a few weirdos out there that related to it and actually want to kind of make it kind of like you and the things you want to do.
That's
and
not
that might be a way to do it.
I mean,
and
you're
I think that is important
kind of
in the end. And hopefully you had some
fine.
worldviews challenged and you're able to reflect on this and be a little more mature. But thanks, Hammer Financial Score, 0 out of 10. Make sure to stick around for the post show and check out all the links in the description below, as they are resources that I use or would use in specific situations, including the best budgeting program and best investing program, now bundled at a lower price with an extra free $100 in cash rewards thanks to Moo. Check it all out in the description below. Today on the Financial Audit Post Show.
Most of the Austin icons weren't born in Austin.
So you're saying that everyone can move to Austin and make it, but people born in Austin can't make it?
All of them are transplants. Like 1,000%.
Stupid stuff in the post show because
computer. Why are you fighting me?
My lack of success here in Austin is more tied to my individual about people.
Fix it. Ah, damn it! Reload. I need you to come back. Oh, he redid the thumbnail. Typical.
And blue in 3 months.
Like, Caleb always changes his thumbnails.
And check out all the links in the description below as they are resources.
I'm going back. I wanted to see a little bit more.
I made the stupid stuff in the post show because I don't have to bring it back to financial audit.
My lack of success here in Austin is more tied to my individual about people.
Contributed to you just not. I say this in a nice way.
I really do wish that I could have seen that one. That'd be pretty fun. Okay, let's see if there's any juicy comments. Imagine working so hard for decades to be able to provide your children with a good inheritance so they can be successful, and then your kid blows it in 3 months. I still want to know how he managed to do that. Yeah, no, inheriting 60,000 would be life-changing for most of us. Yeah, especially if you just put it all into retirement or that would be, yeah. You'd be the psycho with the kid. Yeah. Abandoning 25,000 in the desert, being nonchalant about it is insane. Yeah. Okay. But yeah. Oh no, the stereotypical guy bringing his guitar to the party/park. Oh no. Drugs, let's be real, that's where most of the 60K went, and there's a reason no one in his family told him about the inheritance for 7 years. I mean, we don't know how he spent a lot of them, so I would not be surprised. Because the math is not mathing without something going on, you know? But yeah. Oh no! I haven't done someone my age in a while. Caleb, please don't be a sex pest. I mean, he's had like weird chats, but it was like with other adults and stuff. But it's Caleb, be careful with your Dirty Money series and things, and the types of jokes you're making. Just be very, very, very careful. It seems like there's someone coming out like all the time that, oh no, this YouTuber did that thing. I really hope it's not you. I really hope that this clip doesn't age poorly or well, depending on how you see it. So please don't do that. But yeah, thank you for watching. I really appreciate you giving me a chance. I'll speak a little bit on like the a bit about the channel, I guess, just because I wanted to give like a few updates in case if you don't really see like community posts and stuff. But generally, I'm just gonna try to truck it out. I'm hoping for about a subscriber a day to be realistic, and then hopefully within like 3-ish years this can be like viable. If I don't get there by that time, I'll give up. But I'm trying to be realistic here. I'm trying to do like the Caleb Hammer approach, or at least the more traditional one in terms of here's your financial goal within like this amount of time if you do like this bare minimum. So I'm just gonna keep on trying to be consistent for you guys. Let me know what you do want to see, and if I do something that upsets you or something, let me know that too, so that I'm aware. I can be a little bit unfiltered sometimes, but yeah, just let me know what you want to see from me, and thank you for giving me a shot. It really does mean the world. Thank you. Oh, I just said a Wendigo thing there. Okay. Thank you guys. See you next time. Bye.